accomplish. No matter what I do during this ridiculous standard of the first 100 days, it has been a lot, including South Carolina media will kill. Well, that's what the media is going to do. I mean, if you watch The View, a horrible program, it just is horrible. But it preaches to the left. It preaches to the snowflakes of our country that are just running our country into the ground. And I think about the things that are going on the international front, and it's these very people. I just wonder how many of those people that sit there and so criticize and so critical right now. To me, it's a bad time to be anti-patriotic, anti-Donald Trump, who is in that position right now. He's the president of the United States. We need to stand behind him, and to stand behind him is standing a part of our country. You don't have to agree with him, everything that he says and does. I mean, I didn't agree with a lot of things that Obama did, obviously, but I was hoping for the best, and we gave him the benefit of the doubt, didn't we? We gave him 8 years. As a matter of fact, 8 years. Nobody can give me an accomplishment of telling me what Barack Hussein Obama has done for our country to better our country in 8 years. Other than the Fed didn't raise the interest rates, so the economy was able to grow out of that really bad recession. But thanks to the Fed not, raising the rates, lowered the rates, it helped. And America is resilient. But the failures of the Obama administration have taken us to an all-time low. And our relationships with other countries right now are just terrible. And the mainstream media, when Donald Trump calls him out and says that these people are raking him over the coals 24 hours a day, well, the amount of airtime that I listen to for Obama, they praised this guy, loved him, treated him like Mickey Mouse in Disney for the whole time. They did not hold him accountable for nothing. Nothing. Nobody cared. They allowed him, he had a pass to do what he wanted to do. They were in bed with him, hook, like, line and sinker. And he was paid for. He was a puppet. Donald Trump isn't a puppet. He's his own man, and that's what infuriates the mainstream media. They don't like it. They can't get over on him. He beat them at their game, at their ratings game, at the election game, you name it. People do not give him the due credit that he's deserved, but I say this to Donald Trump, stop worrying about the press. Stop worrying about it. America is smart enough to know your accomplishments. You have no problem telling America what you have done to bring more jobs to our country, to secure the borders, to now Paul Ryan saying that health care is actually going to be a reality, that they're going to be able to pass this once and for all. Stand on your accomplishments and you announce them like you already do. Through social media, through Twitter, through Facebook, any means possible. You have followers. People listen to what you have to say. You're the POTUS. We know this. A little thin-skinned sometimes, I think. And for me to say that, that's huge. But it is. It's like, okay, let's get on to other business. They don't like you. But you have a means of your disposal where now you can just go directly to the American people through your Facebook and through your Twitter. I mean, not a lot of people have that. And you've had that before you actually even got into the White House. Even more now, but you had a pretty darn good following. And people have been trying to tell him this, but, it bothers him. And I think it bothers him because he realizes, look, I'm doing the things that I said I was going to do. Look, his base knows this. We're paying attention. We know. People that voted for you, we get it. We know. We're watching. When you're signing these bills into law, when you're traveling, we see what you're doing, what you're saying, and we're seeing what companies are saying. And when they're building and when their follow-through is taking place on it, that's terrific. Now, I'm concerned about, what's taking place right now with our relationship with Russia. I'm very concerned. And I don't think that there's a lot of attention that the mainstream media has dedicated to this all. And I don't know if Washington's just I don't want to say ignoring this, but the deal in Alaska where more Russian spy planes and bombers are approaching Alaskan airspace. And this kind of makes me nervous. And I don't know about you, but 4 nights in a row, we get this pair of Russian spy planes that flew near the islands of the Bering Sea, staying in the U.S. air defense zone for a few hours before departing. Russian bombers, again, flying near Alaska. I mean, these are headlines all over the world. Bombers flew Alaska and Canada, staying in each country's air defense zones for hours. In both instances, the U.S. Air Force did not scramble any fighter jets or airborne warning planes. The Russian jets in both incidences remained in international airspace. It was not immediately clear how close they came to mainland Alaska. We've heard the other day 30 miles. I'm not comfortable with this. And Russia has no right to be able to do that. I mean, it's interfering with our airspace, and we didn't even scramble any jets. I'm sorry, this is kind of like 9/11 all over again. We need to get our act together like that. I'm sure that the people in Alaska are pretty darn concerned. And by the way, I don't trust those bombers. You got nukes strapped to them. You know, planes go down all the time. Our helicopters go down. That's all we would need is actually one of these planes, Russian planes, to get down and run out of gas. Something stupid happens. And oops, there goes a portion of Alaska. If there's not some kind of an announcement over the weekend or early next week with the White House saying something about this, the press really, to me, is missing the story. They're not doing a whole lot about it. This is provocation. You want to talk about all-time low relations since the Cold War. Putin's really getting rather close. This is like Red Dawn. If you ever saw that movie, I mean, I can see the parachutes going down everywhere. This doesn't make me happy. Any American watching this and seeing this, I mean, this is utter disrespect. The Iranians were doing it to us, to our Navy guys, and now they're just coming to the mainland in the United States and doing this to us, close to our shores with nukes strapped to their plane. What the hell? I'd like to see the president get a little mad about that and have some Security Council meeting and take some action here. We need to have planes up in the sky and be ready to bring these boys home. We did it once, and now we're just allowing them to get closer and closer to our shores. Were they going to do flybys here in Tampa over MacDill Air Force Base? What's going on? I am concerned about this. Come on, Washington. President, you raised your right hand to protect us. I know you say you're going to do it. We want to see it. We want to see some action done in media. That's the real story. We're talking about it here on For the People. We'll be back right after this. Don't go anywhere.
We'll help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people. For the people. For the people is there.
Here's a message to every rapist, domestic abuser, violent criminal thug, and every other monster who preys upon women. Maybe you've heard the stories about millions of us flocking to gun stores and gun ranges for the first time, the second time, and the 100th time. Here's what that means for despicable cowards like you. Your life expectancy just got shorter. Because there's a very good chance your next target will be armed, trained, and ready to exercise her right to choose her life over yours. This is what real empowerment looks like. Millions of American moms, grandmothers, and professional women taking our lives and our families' lives into our own capable hands. I'm the National Rifle Association of America, and I'm freedom's safest place.
The internet is a big place, but 123 Ready TV has made it easy to start enjoying all of the current movies you enjoy and those movie classics. What if I told you that you could start streaming everything now and all the latest movies for just $19.99? And it's a one-time charge, not monthly. 123 Ready TV is a media app that you can have on your PC or your Android phone. You see, this app allows you to stream movies and TV shows, weather, and anything you already have on your PC or your phone or on the internet. Plus, no commercials. Find out why so many people are using this amazing media player. Start saving money and start enjoying all your favorite TV shows now and movies for just a one-time payment of $19.99. To get yours, go to forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com and click on the store page for your 123 Ready TV. For the People is on the air for you Monday through Friday, giving you the information you need with the insight you deserve. Our mission is simple: to keep you informed without the jargon. We work hard to give you a quality program that makes a real difference in people's lives. Today, we're asking for your help. We would like to expand our on-air footprint throughout the U.S. Our goal of $5,000 will give us the ability to reach out to key decision makers and get us on more radio stations throughout the country. For the People is there for you daily. Will you help us reach our goal? $5,000 is our goal, and we can build this thing together. Let's get to work and grow For the People. Log on to forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. You love the show. Now it's your turn to give back. We are counting on our friends. Help For the People now by logging on to forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. All right, our raffle item is that news reporter bound in leather giant book. It's a piece of history, and it can be yours. The tickets are $25. That's going to help us move For the People into more markets, be able to contact more decision makers across the country, and put Dennis Daly in charge. He's a very well-known radio guy. He does news, work for UPI for news, but going to be doing affiliate relations and promoting For the People all over the country, but we got to pay him a salary. So that's why the auction and your donations go, because For the People, 100% listener supported. NPR is not the only one that does it. We do it. We're doing it now, so you don't think anything strange of it. We got to do what we got to do. As I heard some of the New Yorkers say, I said, well, how do you make that living, doing those things? You're a hustler. You sell things all over the street. He goes, you got to do what you got to do. Well, we dug deep to found something very, very special. And so whether you're a longtime listener For the People and love the news reporter, and maybe you remember getting those or hearing about those newspapers that would come to the door and cutting-edge stuff, or you're just a new listener who said, I just want a piece of this history of the founder that put this stuff out. I mean, man, was he not a great writer? And it was really difficult to be able to find alternative news sources that could, cut through the BS, through the spin. And literally, that was the no spin zone. Chuck would just publish this stuff and people's eyes would open and say, oh, my God, the Trilateral Commission, that's what they're doing. Oh, Bush, how was he connected to that the bank there and the Rockefellers and this and that, and putting the pieces together. You can see the stuff, sift through history for those 2 years, 2 whole years, bound, beautiful blue book, gorgeous, and it's $25 for the ticket. So if you can get things rolling right now, your name, if it's called, and one of the names is going to be called on Wednesday, live on the air. So whenever you listen to it, you'll know that you've won. So if you do that on demand, or if you're listening on delay or whatever, but next Wednesday, we will announce that. But you got to get your ticket. Get it now while you can still remember, because if you don't, it's easy to forget these things. It happens to me. So that's why I just, I don't take any chances. So anyways, you're going to be able to have a piece of history and yet make history as you take For the People into the future and onto more stations across the country. So I'm excited to be able to announce this today, because we're thinking of something, kind of brilliant to bring this broadcast across the country more. And this is just such a neat way to do it. Talk radio, man, there's nothing like it. Steve Voss actually wrote a song about it. And here he is.
It's hard to find in the morning hard to find.